Have you felt the fast speed of this year? Have you sort of achieved your goals yet for 2018? Are you otherwise feeling overwhelmed and frustrated? You might have great ideas and intentions starting off the year and you haven't sort of quite been able to get where you need to be. Have you felt frustrated or overwhelmed, or in situations with family and get sabotaged because you might be giving too much of yourself to family and friends, and often we put our needs last and forget about ourselves and what we really desire, or we just lose that motivation in ourselves. We could be around people at work and we might have a lot going on and we lose that desire and motivation. So with this year, you may be finding that things are moving fast and people are being challenged, and it's bringing up a lot of stuff for people, perhaps, reevaluating things. And, often if we can't move forward, we've got to really look at things and ask ourselves, why can't we move forward? What's actually going on for us that we need to change and realign to make things happen for the better? Because we all deserve to have an extraordinary life, just not an ordinary life. We do desire to have more and can have more. And by saying that, it's not necessarily always, hey, I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to be this, big gun-ho person. It can sometimes just simply be, I want to have a beautiful family, balanced life. I might want to have, simple, small things and be happy and, really happy with what you've achieved and happy with that. And that's all good too. So there might be simple little things that you might want to do. Say, for instance, you might want to join, a cricket team or a sports team, start a gym, try something new, start some paddle boarding, maybe learn how to make candles, whatever it might be. It might be some little creative outlet that can still motivate us and inspire us. So that can be fine, yet there might be others that want to go fast, get in that sports car and race through life and really start achieving, but there still could be some little areas where it's stopping us. So often we might just feel like we're on that train and we're ready to take off on that train, and then, it stops in the tracks. So what I help people with is trying to achieve and look at what's actually stopping that train from stopping and get that train moving, or that sports car racing to be where you want to be. And it's exciting. I have actually witnessed amazing transformations in clients. I had a beautiful client yesterday who, after 15 years, and seeing her vision right from the day she met me, she has very strongly still kept that vision. And now, after all this time and going through an incredible journey as a mum and being challenged in many ways, and it can be all different for all of us, she's kept strong and held on to that vision, and now we can see it really unfolding, and it's incredible. And this is the other thing too, as I was about to say, when things are moving fast like they are at the moment, be aware that even though we might have that goal to want to be, we have in our head that, I have to wait for the kids to be at school, I don't want to do this and change or move because I have this in line and it's better for the children to finish their school years, or whatever our intentions might be, that in a way is a control. So what I'm trying to make people aware of now is hold on to that vision and be free. Do what we need to do, keep working hard, keep achieving, but also being that little bit spontaneous, not being so rigid, so not allowing that control to be let go of. So in some ways, and this is what I'm trying to explain, this year's been such a fast year of rapid change for a lot of people, is to be able to allow that flow. And some of us think, oh, it's got to be in this time frame. We might need to be there much sooner than we sort of had envisaged. So allow things to unfold, trust your intuition, trust that you're doing the right thing, and be guided a little bit more as well with where you're going, and surrounding yourself with really positive people that can inspire you. Often helps as well. And the big one is about believing in ourselves. When we actually stop and step away from drama, step away from abusive relationships, which sabotages our self-esteem, our growth, what we really desire, and who we want to be, and we know that we're worthy of more. Okay, no one needs to speak to someone disrespectfully, with appalling words, or in harm, in putting anyone or children in harm's way. If that's not working for you and it's something that you're surrounding yourself with, take the time now to, allow that change and know that you deserve better. Because this year is about trying to get harmony, balance, and achieve what we're here to be wanting to achieve. And like I said, it can be small. It can be just purely putting yourself in a safer, better position, or it can be someone that perhaps isn't happy in their job anymore and they're so fearful of change. I've met an incredible man just recently who had a life-changing experience. He'd come from a Navy background, and he didn't know that he was very well educated, didn't do a lot in school in year 11 and 12, and he put himself through uni, and he's now done a PhD. Then he went on and studied law, and he's going out speaking in big seminars all around the world. So, he actually surprised himself of how much he could achieve, and we all have it in us, but we just have to push through those boundaries and believe in ourselves that little bit more, and always try, never give up. And the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing is because I'm Amanda Scott, and I love what I do, and I love inspiring people. And for my journey that I've experienced the last 12 to 15 years, I feel that I'm blessed to actually be here. There's many a times through my journey that I didn't think I'd pull through, and I'm here, I guess, as an inspiration to others to know that we are stronger than we can possibly believe, and to really focus on what you do want in life and surround yourself with positivity. I've always had the philosophy when I was going through some tough years of there's always someone worse off, and there always is. We think and I see people too often wearing that real chip on their shoulder. It's like, get rid of that chip, look at the good things around you, be grateful for what we do have, and not focus on what you don't have. And that in itself too allows more positivity into your thoughts, into your mindset, and this is when we can start creating new ways and new mindsets to achieve what we do want to achieve. We can't keep following those old patterns any longer. So being mindful of your thoughts and your mindset is so, so important. And we can all choose to change. And it's, like I said, just being in that vibration, in that positive mindset. And the key, I believe, in over the years for me was, and I can see it in so many others now, you see so much of it in social media, is definitely fitness, and good mood food. So if we're not eating well, if we're not nourishing our bodies well, that still makes us feel sluggish and unmotivated. So if we can start being mindful of what we're putting into our body, our vessel, and we're taking care of it, then that's also going to lift our energy and doing what we're doing. So ask yourself, as you're putting that food in your mouth, is this going to get me where I need to be? Be accountable, okay? So we've got fitness, we've got our good eating habits, and definitely our mindset, being around really positive people. And if you can't find those people right now, just go on, listen to some podcasts, start getting inspired with what's out there, educate yourself, just, being a little bit more observant. And if you are talking negative to yourself, and if your self-talk's not really positive, pick yourself up on it. Hey, what am I saying that for? And reword it, so start speaking to yourself more kindly and lovingly and positive, because that will also set out. And even ask your family members, can you pick me up if I'm saying something that's, negative? And then you'll start to realize, am I a positive person, or am I being a little bit, negative? Because that will affect you to where you need to be. It'll affect your goals and being inspired and inspiring others too. So if you're talking that way, you're going to attract those friends. And if anything, you want to stay positive and attract positive friends and people that you can achieve what you want to achieve. It's like that vibration that we're setting out around us. And I guess too, if we're parents, being able to set healthy boundaries for our kids as well and be that role model. So we can also set that out for our children. I've seen a lot of mums that I've spoken with, you know, and there's this thing now too with a lot of the teenagers and 21, 22-year-olds sitting at home on laptops and computers and locking themselves in their rooms. So it's time that, you know, perhaps we might have to set healthier boundaries and go, okay, well, this isn't really acceptable. It's not going to achieve what you need to achieve. And that creates like a depressive sort of energy in the household as well. So it's shifting that around, maybe shifting their rooms around, shifting the energy, because that can affect you as a parent as well if you're wanting to achieve more in your day-to-day as well. So there's so much we can start to work on, and I guess why I'm so passionate about what I do and my purpose here, and I do feel that it is my purpose these days, is to inspire others, because, you know, I've overcome so many adversities from a 15 year marriage where we had everything you could wish for and things fell apart. We didn't give ourselves enough time. We had a renovation nightmare, a staff member stealing from us. My partner was being unfaithful, and it came to a time even with shopping where it just wasn't fulfilling me anymore, and I felt very used and taken advantage of and not respected. And sometimes we just settle for that because we feel like everything's been taken care of, we've got security, but often we're just in that Groundhog Day every day doing the same thing, and we just don't feel like our life's really giving us what we need, and we want for more. This is interesting, this scenario though, because I'll tell you something I learned. Be very, very mindful of what you ask for. And I'll teach you something. It was quite funny. I learned this huge lesson. It took me a while to finally get it, and it was about saying, I don't want to keep up with the Joneses anymore. I don't wish to have, you know, lots of money. I want to be happy just living by the beach and just having a really simple life. Well, you know what? I almost was homeless, and I got my simple life. And I said then later after that, oh my gosh, I better be careful what I wish for. So now I ask that I'm seeing money as more a security, yeah, for sure, but I want to use money in the right way. So I want to be able to use it to support others and give back to others and have enough for myself and for others, and use it in a balanced way, not in a obsessive, greedy way. So that was a huge one to learn. So, you know, then that applies to too if you're trying to attract relationships or anything like that. Be very, very mindful what you're putting out there, that you might have walked out of one controlling relationship. Be mindful you don't go and attract something just the same, if not worse. So be careful of our words, our thoughts, our actions. They are very, very powerful, and our vessels are amazing. I opened a hair salon and had 10 staff. I was a single mum with my 3 kids. It was around the GFC, so the business was really booming. I spent a lot of money doing a massive fit out, and I learned a lot about people, about not always being a yes person. That was a big one for me, and understood, you know, the goings on about running a business. It was massive. So from there, unfortunately with the GFC, and I probably overextended myself, I had to go through bankruptcy, which was horrific for me, and having the children, and it was something I never really told anyone. My family didn't know of the extreme of what I was actually going through. I tried everything in my power to pay the banks back and negotiate with them, and they wouldn't have a bar of it. So unfortunately I had to go to that stage, which I was never proud of, but I just couldn't do anything further. And my children had to go back with their dad at that stage, and you know, there were times where I didn't want to be here. There were times I just couldn't answer the phone. It was so tough as a single mum. But I rose above it, and I just was very, very blessed and lucky to have incredible people in my life when I was going through it. And here I am today. I pulled through. I then later opened another beautiful clinic, which ended up being a massage clinic. So I went from hairdressing and wellness and going to some yoga retreats, going into massage, and then ended up opening a wellness clinic in Coolangatta, which was amazing. And I met incredible people, and I was able to inspire others too from my experience. And when I was there, you know, I sort of had a great work ethic. I was able to go to the beach in the mornings, go for a walk and run. I'd have my juices and my acai bowls, you know, for lunch through the day, eating really, really healthy. And the clinic was fantastic, meeting great people. And that was sort of very healing for me at the same time as, you know, being able to help others. And from there, I opened up another couple of other clinics. From opening up the wellness clinics, it's funny, I did this vision board with some chiropractic friends of mine, and I look back now, and that was done 5 years ago, of how and everything that I'd sort of written down is all starting to happen now. So it's really important to try and set ourselves goals and have a bit of a vision, even though if we can't see it at the time. Just, it's like we're magically putting it down there, and it's in our subconscious mind. We are working towards something, and sometimes it might not unfold the way we think it's going to unfold, and it can happen in a different way. We might have to have an experience, or we might have to go down a pathway and meet these particular people to get us where we need to be. Do you know what I mean? So just trust with that sometimes, you know, not putting that really that pressure on ourselves. That's a really big one. You know, just be kind to yourself and hold true to your instincts and your truth and where you want to be, and keep focusing on your goals and having those healthy new ways of living, you know, waking up early and doing some exercise, having an ocean swim or a swim in the pool or whatever it might be. Yours might be going out for a big hike in nature or going for a paddleboard. All those things about moving our body and making us feel good will bring our, you know, things that we want to achieve much faster and sooner. So my vision now, as I was saying before, with part of my vision board, was to be able to touch more people's lives. It was more that I wanted to write my book and have my word out there to share with others, and my story, I guess. And I don't want to use the story in a negative way. That's why I guess I've held out from telling anyone. I've just always wanted to use it in a way that can inspire others, that we can overcome any adversities or challenges that we might have and still be kind and still be caring and not have to carry that, you know, that experience around with us. Like, it really was the past, and you're a different person, the person you are from then to now, because we all grow from every experience we have. So see whatever you're going through now, it might be tough at this point in time, but it doesn't have to be tough in the future. We can all choose to change that and change the people we're with and just make healthy choices. So this is how the collaboration of the amazing Be Inspired tribe has evolved, and we're inviting anyone to come on board. We have some amazing practitioners that I've met along the way, and all come from the right intention and still the same, want to really share and inspire others. So the tribe is, as I say, you know, things just happen. Like, sometimes when you're in that positivity, they've just been coming in my life. Like, it's so amazing. And when you feel that and you focus on that, it's incredible how things can just unfold. So it's like we're riding a wave at the moment. All these amazing people are coming on board, and we're out here to share with others, to inspire others that you can do this. You just need to believe in yourself, and you need to, you know, stay positive, keep with the focus, and it can be as small, and it can be bigger. So it can be whatever, you know, that you want to see yourself doing. It can be a little thing or something new that you haven't even thought of. You want to start a new business. You might want to get out of the corporate world. You feel like you've been there for too long, and you've always thought about going to study, and you just haven't been able to sort of find the right people, or you haven't felt supported. So this is part of this tribe. We really want to be able to bring people together, share your stories, do your vlogs, and come on board so we can all work as a community team to help everyone. And you're more than welcome to come to our events, which we'll be having, and be a part of our academy if you'd like to come on board. And, you know, we'll have lots of tools there that you can download, or come on Messenger and chat to any of us at any time, so you can share your story and feel inspired and be a part of that group. So if you'd like to come to any of our events or join our tribe or be a part of our academy, we're going to have a lot on the new website that you can sort of download and get tools and information, or do some online chats with me, consultations, just so that you can be a little bit accountable and you're finding it hard to have that motivation, or you might not quite you feel things aren't right, you feel like, you know, things are sabotaging, but you can't quite put your finger on it, or you can't quite take that next step. Or you might be lonely, you might not have a really good network of friends, or you might have people that just don't understand you, and you're actually really gifted and amazing, and you just haven't been able to find that little niche or network of people, you know, to help and support you along your way and feel happy within yourself. So we want to create more of that happiness for everyone and joy in your life, and feel free to be a part of it. Or if not, if you want to be silent behind the scenes, that's fine too, whatever takes your fancy. If you want to be going at the slower pace, or if you want to be going at a fast pace, it's purely up to you. And you know, I see that with clients too that might have had to experience grief and things like that. Everyone's process and healing is different. What might work for one person might not necessarily work for someone else. And that's the same with getting motivated. What might motivate someone, you might see someone that just gets motivated in, you know, really, really fast, and someone else, it might take you that little bit more time. That's okay too. It's just being kind to yourself, knowing that there's things that sometimes we might have to work through and reevaluate and work on why that's the case. And I help people with that, to achieve that and try and clear the pathway to get you where you need to be. So feel free to sort of contact us or be a part of the tribe. We'd love to meet you. I'm super grateful for your time, and let's get motivated. I'm here to support you. Come a part of the tribe, and let's start kicking those goals and making this year an amazing year. We've still got another 6 months or more to go, so we can still achieve what we want to achieve, and we're here to help you. So come on board and let's start making things happen, and let's get motivated and inspired. Thanks guys. Have an awesome week.